Hey, good morning, YouTube. It's Pete Olson, the Montana Silver Stacker. Welcome to February. My God, where did January go? Wasn't it just Christmas? Unbelievable. All the phenomenal things that Donald Trump has done. I've lost track of time because I've been in such bliss not having a communist as a president and having someone that is pro-America, that loves this country dearly as president. So the video today is a article that I stumbled across by a guy by the name of Brandon Valerani and from Patriot Update, and I'll put the link to the article in the description below. And it's the top 10 liberal hypocrisies, and we'll talk about what he wrote there. But I'll add, it was written a couple years ago, but I'll add some modern twist to it as it relates to a lot of the things that are going on now and how hypocritical the crazy left liberal lunatics are on a daily basis. Okay, so let's get into this. This will be a lot of fun because you could just, and these are the top 10. There are so many, guys. There are so many. You could go on for days and days and days because liberalism is truly a mental disorder. There's no basis for it. There's no, they have no backbone. They have no structure at all. Everything they say is hypocritical. So let's get into it. Number one, pro-abortion versus anti-capital punishment. Okay, liberals, the crazy left, support the killing of unborn children, and they do it. Why? Because convenience. It's a woman's right, etc., etc. The children that they kill, they've committed no crimes. They've just been in the womb. However, if that child survives the abortion and then grows up to commit murder at a later date in life, a liberal will scream injustice if that person is sentenced to death. So they'll kill a baby. Let's think about this. They'll kill a baby, right, who's committed no crime, without even thinking twice about it. We saw those undercover videos of those animals from Planned Parenthood, right? But Joe Blow, who murders 6 people, they'll protest like all liberals do. That's all they do is protest because they don't have jobs, and scream injustice because we're killing someone that killed 6 people. Liberal hypocrisy. Okay, number one. That's a great one. Number two, pro-technology versus the anti-free market. Pro-technology versus the anti-free market. What's a product that the liberals absolutely love? Apple products. If you're a liberal, you're a hippie, you're a college professor, you're anyone, you're going to have an Apple product, right? Even a lot of conservatives do, right? The MacBook Pro, the iPad, the iPhone, 7S, I think it is now. I'm an IBM guy. I'm a PC guy, but many liberals love the Apple products also. So as a strong conservative, I'm a capitalist, and I'm consistent in purchasing products. Mine is PC, but I've got many friends that are consistent that are capitalists in purchasing the Apple products. They are not. A liberal will build websites to promote their socialist causes while using software and technology that is only made possible in a free market environment. So they make a website that is against or that is for their socialist causes and against capitalism, yet they'll use Apple products. That is all about capitalism, right? There's no way liberals could fight capitalism without the very tool capitalism provides. Craziness. That's a liberal. They have no idea what they're talking about. They're so uneducated, okay? So, huge contradiction. Huge. Number three, pro-homosexual versus pro-Muslim. Okay, now let's think about this. Liberals are all about homosexuality, right? They're anti-family, they're anti-marriage, they're all about the homosexuals, right? Yet, in the same breath, they're pro-Muslim. They just love Islam and Muslims. Don't like the Jews, but they love the Muslims. They'll protect them every which way. Well, why would they like the Muslims if the Muslims kill homosexuals? They kill them. They stone them to death. bury them up to their neck, just like they do their women, and throw stones at them. Instant death. So they're pro-homosexual. If they're pro-homosexual, how can you be pro-Muslim? That makes zero sense. But it makes sense for a liberal because they're crazy. Okay? Number 4. So they're pro-Darwinian evolution versus anti-human domination. Okay? Now think about this one through. So most liberals believe in the Darwinian evolution. And what is that? They're opposed to any special creation by God. Of course, liberals are anti-God. There couldn't be a God that created this whole thing. Of course not. They believe that all species arose naturally through a concept known as survival of the fittest. You guys have heard that a million times. The weak die out, the strong survive. Yet liberals spend so much time, and they spend so much of other people's money fighting to protect endangered species, rare ecosystems, wetlands, etc. Isn't that hypocritical? I mean, after all, evolutionists believe many species died out over millions of years because of natural selection. As consistent evolutionists, shouldn't they be happy that humans are now dominating the planet and all the subspecies? So why would they be worried about the ecosystem if they believe in survival of the fittest, right? They should be happy. But as a Christian, right, myself and many of my brothers believe God requires us to be good stewards of the land, stewards of the environment, not tree huggers. But I can hold my position consistently where these left-wing idiots can't, right? They believe in survival of the fittest. They believe God had nothing to do with it, yet they fight for the ecosystems and environmentalists. It should be survival of the fittest, right? Another contradiction, okay? Contradiction number 5, and this is such a huge one. Christianity versus all other religions. So liberals want religious freedom for all religions except Christianity. They hate Christianity. Take down that cross. No nativity scenes on public property. No prayer at high school graduations. The list goes on. And they always say this in the name of tolerance, right? It's always tolerance. Isn't it ironic that Christianity is the only religion that tolerates others? So what did Jesus teach? He taught us to love our enemies, not to kill them. The Quran, however, the book of the Muslims, right, of Islam, teaches Muslims to kill the whom? The infidels, right? Kill the infidels. Another hypocritical, crazy belief of the left. That should be their party name, the hypocrites. Okay? Contradiction number 6. Pro-education versus anti-school choice. So liberals always love to pride themselves, guys, as you know, on being intellectuals and supporters of education. You have all those 98% of the professors in college and teachers in high school and grade school are the crazy liberal left. But they claim that conservatives and Republicans are against education. Okay? Think about that. It's laughable, right? So if education is so important, why do liberals force everyone to pay taxes to support the failed economic public school system when the private and homeschool systems are so much more effective? Why do they do that? The answer is really easy. They can only brainwash our children to become atheist, leftist, socialist in the public schools. They can't do that in the Christian schools, guys, and they can't do that with homeschool. They do it. The public schools is an indoctrination. That's part of the communist philosophy. Brainwash them starting in grade 1, coming all the way up to train them to be crazy, lefty, socialist communists, right? That's why they don't support free choice as far as schools. They want them all brainwashed in the public schools. Number 7, contradiction number 7, hateful versus anti-hate. So liberals claim that anyone who disagrees with their lifestyle is promoting hate. You've heard that. I mean, they love everyone that agrees with them, but anyone that disagrees with them, they're hateful, right? Do you want to see the real hate? I mean, if you guys, let's take a look at current politics. Okay, let's look at this morning. I just watched President Trump meet with the top black leaders celebrating Martin Luther King Day. Who was there? The top pastors, his top black cabinet, etc., all promoting programs to help the inner cities. Where is Al Sharpton? Where was Jesse Jackson? Where was the Black Caucus and the Democratic Party in Congress? Where are they? Where's Black Lives Matter? If it's so important to promote, where were they this morning at President Trump's meeting? Because they're not pro-black, right? Right? They're not pro-black. They're anti-Trump. They're anti-thinking for yourself. They want the blacks, if you will, to be slaves on the Democratic plantation, right? They don't want them to be incredibly successful people like Omarosa is, for instance, on Trump's cabinet, okay? So it's a very, very contradictory statement. They want absolute control in everything that they do. They don't want someone to be incredibly successful, only on their parameters, right? They don't want free thinkers. Okay, number 8, pro-women versus anti-Sarah Palin. Okay, don't you love this? And Sarah Palin is just one of so many examples, guys. So the left always says they're for women's rights, right? So why in 2008 did they try to destroy Sarah Palin and her beautiful family when she was chosen as John McCain's running mate? You guys remember that back in 2008. The left says they're pro-choice, but they are against educating a woman before she goes to an abortion clinic. Liberals undermine marriage. They hate marriage, right? The very institution where women are honored by fidelity and womanhood is celebrated. They absolutely hate marriage. And if a conservative woman succeeds outside the home, they are told they should stay home. So they're pro-woman. Remember, liberals are pro-woman as long as they're Democrats and supporting the hateful Democratic message, right? Right? As long as they can keep them underneath their thumb, right? They love blacks as long as the black is a liberal. But if the black is a conservative, oh, he's an Uncle Tom, right? Contradiction number 9, racism. Racism. So if liberals aren't racist, why do they evaluate and categorize everybody by the color of their skin? Why are they so angry when blacks leave the Democratic plantation, right, and achieve the American dream? They're not on welfare and food stamps and all that nonsense. Why do they continue to promote abortion when they know that far more blacks are killed by abortion than whites? Why do they continue to promote social programs that enslave blacks at poverty level? Why? Because they want the black vote and they want them underneath their thumb. Never to get ahead. Never to undertake the principles of personal responsibility, right, like the conservatives do. It's not the government's job to take care of us. It's my job to take care of me, right? And they never want the blacks to get out and start thinking for themselves, okay? It's their own form of slavery. Contradiction number 10. I love this one. Last but not least, pro-Jew versus anti-Israel. So liberals always say they're pro-Jew. So why do they hate, if they're pro-Jew, why do they hate the nation of Israel? And they love the Muslims so much. Why are so many Jews members and supporters of the Democratic Party? It's nuts. You're a member of the party that actually hates your home country? This is one of the most mind-boggling of liberal contradictions. I mean, think about that. They say they're pro-Jew, yet they hate Israel. No, contradiction. I'm calling you out on it. So, guys, in I guess you could say summary, if you will, there's a ton more liberal contradictions which could be listed, right? I just listed the top 10. Why do liberals hold beliefs that appear to be self-contradictory? The answer is real simple. All liberal positions are ultimately what? Anti-God. We talked about that to the core. Islam and homosexuality are not supported by the Bible. The Bible promotes what? Personal responsibility, private property, and an ultimate standard for right and wrong. They don't want that. Liberals hold positions that are counter to the Word of God, or at best, they twist the Word of God to support their positions. This is the only way that one can explain the top 10 liberal contradictions. So, beautifully written article. I enjoyed putting my kind of modern day twist to this, guys, this article. And again, I'll put the link to this article down below in the description. This is called The Top 10 Liberal Hypocrisies by Brandon Valerani. And it was in the Patriot Update, okay? God bless you guys. If you like this video and you got a lot out of it, please give it a thumbs up. If you feel that it could really help one of your family members or friends, that they would get a lot of use out of this, please share it. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. I offer a ton of value, and feel free to comment below. Just keep the comments very positive. God bless you guys. God bless President Trump. You're doing an amazing job, sir. And may God bless the United States of America. Have a great day.